Whenever Samsung was announcing the S22 series of phones, they promised us better nighttime video. So how much better is it? Well, we're going to find that out. I'm going to put it up against the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which in my opinion does amazing nighttime video. So I'm going to be testing out 4K 60, 4K 30, and then once we do that, I'm going to be testing out 4K 60 using Auto FPS. Both of the phones do have Auto FPS, but the iPhone does go a little bit lower. It goes down to 24 frames per second as opposed to 30 frames per second on the Samsung. So the iPhone's footage, even at night, using Auto FPS should technically give us a better result. But how much better? Let's find out. So right now, both phones are recording in 4K 60 with Auto FPS turned off. So let me know the quality difference, if you guys are seeing any noise. It's not fully dark yet, as you can see, but the sun did go down, so this is going to be kind of your dusk video recording quality. Now let me try walking, because usually stabilization when it's dark out doesn't really work that well. It kind of gives you those micro stutters. We're still in 4K 60, guys, but I want to show you how well the iPhone captures color, as well as pretty much eliminate the noise. So right here, as you can see, I'm pointing toward this plant of some sorts, and the Samsung is having a hard time, first of all, focusing on it, but also there's just a ton more noise, and the color has basically almost disappeared. You can still see a little bit of green, but a ton of noise. So this will be the last 4K 60 clip, because I think we already have all the information that we need when it comes to 4K 60. Even in this shot right here, the Samsung is producing a lot more noise, and everything, all the sharpness basically went away. Now again, it is not that dark outside, but the trees are covering some decent light, so it is darker right here on this path. Okay, so now we're standing in the same spot right after the previous clip, and now I'm recording in 4K 30, and immediately I already see a noticeable improvement with the Samsung. The noise is still there, just a little bit, barely there, but the color remained the color came back. It's focusing properly, and, well, most importantly, not a lot of noise. Now let's test out the stabilization. It's about to get much darker here because of those trees right there. They're going to cover up a lot of the light. Yeah, dude, the Samsung at 4K 30 is doing a really good job. I can't tell if it's as good as the iPhone, because they have two different screens. Right now they're set at two different brightness levels, so I'm kind of walking into this blind. So right now I'm recording in 4K 60 using Auto FPS. Now what that does is whenever it gets dark enough, it should automatically put the FPS down to 30 on the Samsung and down to 24 on the iPhone, which should help the iPhone produce a brighter video. So right here, at least what I'm looking at through the screens, the iPhone is producing a brighter video and it has less noise. But I mean, look, even here, if I stop moving, I mean, I'm not being biased, right, guys? I mean, you can clearly see the iPhone is doing a much better job. It's still retaining a little bit more color and less noise. So one last final time, guys, before the video comes to an end. 4K 60 Auto FPS, so the iPhone should technically be at 24 frames per second, and the Samsung should technically be at 30 frames per second if Auto FPS does what it says. From what I've noticed, it does work. So if you're going to be recording a lot of video at night, turn on Auto FPS if you always keep your phone at 60 frames per second. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Yeah, if you look at the sky on the Samsung, you can see a ton of noise. By the way, guys, whenever I say noise, for those of you who don't know, I mean like static. It looks like, you know, those old TVs, that black and white static whenever you turn it on. That's what it looks like on the Samsung, but the iPhone is producing a cleaner image. I mean, 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and crop into that tree in the middle, just so you guys can get a further understanding of how much better the iPhone is doing. So now let me walk this way, and on the iPhone you can still see the path a little bit. On the Samsung you cannot. I think the Samsung actually stopped focusing. No, never mind. It's good. But the Samsung is much darker. So guys, in my opinion, I still think iPhone is the king when it comes to overall video recording, day or night. It's just producing a better image. So what does this all mean? Well, that's a good question. What it means is that I love this phone so much. It's by far my favorite Samsung device, aside from the Tab S8 Ultra, which is right there, and I can't wait to get on it. But Samsung needs to improve on video, especially at night, because during the day, it looks great. No problem. Beautiful, sharp, steady, awesome. At night, they've already got the photos down. The photos coming out of this phone is whoa. But the videos, not bad. During the day, amazing. During like sunset, like after the sun just set, it also looks pretty damn good. But at night, not good. But I will say this though, it is an improvement over the S21 Ultra. So hey, in my book, an improvement is an improvement, and that is something that I have to give major props for. I'm really happy Samsung came out with auto FPS because one, it works, and two, it's also very good for those of you who like to keep it on 4K 60 because you just like the smoothness of it, but you also like to record at night or maybe like right when the sun goes down, and instead of having to remind yourself, the sun went down, let me put on 4K 30, you just leave on auto FPS, leave it on, and the phone will do that automatically for you. Again, that's a nice addition, and like I said, it works. Overall, when it comes to camera performance, the whole bundle, right? The whole camera experience, I have to give the win to the Samsung. You get amazing photos using the main camera, amazing photos using the ultra-wide camera, and especially amazing photos using the telephoto camera, which can give you that extra bit of reach. Actually, not even an extra bit, an extra lot of reach. Up to 100 times. Now, I'll be honest, 100 times zoom still looks like poop, but 30 times zoom looks amazing. The iPhone, on the other hand, does amazing photos, amazing videos, but it is really lacking in the telephoto department. Apple, I mean, come on, give me something to work with. Throw me a bone. Okay, first you had 2 times zoom, big deal, and then you went to 2.5 times zoom. Okay. And now we're at 3 times zoom. Do you really not have any technology to upgrade more than 0.5 times each year? Really? Nothing? Samsung did it. A lot of phones did it. Apple, give us telephoto lenses, better ones. Give us a periscope zoom instead, actually. So anyway, what did you guys think was the winner? In my opinion, the iPhone was the winner when it came down to low light video and nighttime video. But I don't know, I might be wrong, so leave me your comments down below. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.